Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss the topic probability, standard deviation and standard error. Now, what is the probability? It is the proportion of times an event occurs in a set of trials. The word probability, it means the chance, that the chance of of an event or likely to happen. Example, the probably tomorrow will be holiday. That is the chance of having the holiday. India may probably win today. These are the what the chance. And therefore probability is calculated by the following formula. P is equal to E divided by T, where E is the number of times an event occurs or frequency and T is the total number of trials or attempts. The probability value is always fraction falling in between 1 and 0. When a baby is born, it will be either male or that is a female. There are two chances for the baby. The male has one chance and female has another chance. So the probability of male baby is P equal to E by T, that equal to 1 by 2. That is the what? The 0.5. Means 50% of chances of having been born the what, that is a male baby, and 50% chances of the female baby. Similarly, the probability of female baby is the same, that is 0.5. When a dice numbered from 1 to 6 is tossed, that such a dice having the what? The 6 faces. The total number of chances are the what? 6. The probability of getting any number is equal to 1 by 6, that equal to 0.17 or 17. P is the probability of an event to occur and Q is the probability of event that will not occur or not occurring. So P plus Q equal to always 1, and when P is known, Q can be calculated. That Q is equal to 1 minus P and P is equal to 1 minus Q. When P is equal to 0.17, then Q is equal to 1 minus P, that equal to 1 minus 0.17, that equal to 0.83. Means when the probability of one event is uh, known, then the probability of the another event can be calculated. The experiment for the calculation of probability is called as an event. Example, when a coin is tossed, the result will be head or tail. Getting the head or tail is an event. The occurrence and non-occurrence of single event is called as a simple event. Example, tossing a coin. The occurrence of two or more simple events simultaneously is called as compound events. If you are tossing the two coins at a time, that is what the compound event. Or drawing the two balls from the box of balls of red and the black color. The events that both are red or one is red and another is black are the what? The compound events. When the occurrence of one event does not affect the occurrence of another, they are said to be the independent. Example, when you are tossing the what, that is a two coins simultaneously or at a time, the occurrence of head or tail in one coin will not affect the occurrence of head or tail in the another coin, and that is called as such called that these are the what, the independent event. And when the occurrence of one event affect the occurrence of another event, they are said to be the dependent. For example, drawing the second card without the replacing the first card in a what, that is a pack of the what, that is a playing card, is a dependent event. There are 52 cards in a pack of playing cards. If one card is withdrawn, the probability of king, that is what, there are the four kings, and therefore out of these four kings, any one king may be there, the probability that will be the 4 divided by 52. Or in simpler way, it will be 1 by 13. And when second card is drawn without replacing first one, what will be the probability? As you have already drawn the one card, the total number of cards remain, that are the what? How much? 51, and therefore, and the one king is also you have drawn, and therefore the probability will be the what? That is only 3 kings are there, and therefore 3 by 51, or that 1 by 70. So such type of the what, that is the events, that is a other event, it what affects the occurrence of another event, that is called as a dependent event. Then mutually exclusive events cannot occur together simultaneously. The occurrence of one event prevents the occurrence of other event. Mutually exclusive events are connected by words either or. Head or a tail of coin means if there is a head, no tail. If there is a birth of male baby, no female baby simultaneously. Equally likely events have equal chances of occurrence. Head or tail of the coin, birth of male baby or birth of the female baby. There are two rules or theorems for the calculation of probability. They are, the one is the addition rule and another one is a multiplication theorem. Let us assume two events, that is E1 and E2, and their probabilities, that is a P in bracket E1 and probability P in bracket E2. The probability of E1 is equal to the P in bracket E1 plus P in bracket E2. The probability of two or more independent events occurring together is the product of the probabilities of the individual events, and this is a multiplication theorem. The probability of E1 or E2 is equal to P E1 into P E2. The multiplication of the theorem is applicable to the dependent events. Then there are the two theorems, one is the addition theorem and another one is a multiplication theorem. We will discuss both. The probability of occurrence, first is the addition theorem. The probability of the occurrence of mutually exclusive event is the sum of the individual probabilities of the events. That means mutually exclusive events cannot occur simultaneously. The occurrence of one event prevents the occurrence of the another event. Example, the birth of male baby excludes the birth of the female baby. Let us assume the probability of head A and that of the tail B. Then the probability of head that equal to probability A plus probability of B. And probability of the tail will be the what, that is a probability of A plus probability of B. The mutually exclusive events are identified by connecting words either or in the problem, or when the problem contains either or, then probability is calculated by the addition. And in the mutually exclusive event, one event it does not allow the second event to happen, and that is what the mutually exclusive events. Then if the multiplication theorem, if the occurrence of two independent events, then is the product of their individual probabilities. For independent events, the probability is calculated by the multiplication. The independent event will not affect the occurrence of other event. When the two coins are tossed, the result of the first coin does not affect the second coin, and therefore probability of A of getting the head or tail, that is a P A into PB, and probability of what, that is a getting the what head of the another coin, that probability of A into probability of B. We'll discuss the what, that is the simple problems. A coin is tossed once, calculated the probability of head. What will that? P equal to E by T, that is a E equal to number of times an event occurred, that is a means we are tossing the coin only once, and the how many events, either there will be the head or tail, and therefore 1 by 2, that equal to 0.5. The probability of head is 0.5. Two cards are drawn from the pack of 52 cards. Find the probability that both are kings. Total cards in the pack, that are the 52, and total kings in a pack equal to 4. And therefore probability of drawing one king, that equal to the first king, that equal to 4 by 52. that equal to 1 by 13, that equal to 0.0769. Then after drawing one king, the pack will contain the 51 cards and the 3 kings. So the probability of drawing the second king is equal to the what? 3 by 51, that equal to 0.0588. So two events are the dependent events, and therefore the probability of drawing the two kings, that will be the what? Multiplication of these two, first and the second, that is what? 0.0769 into 0.0588, that equal to 0.0045, and therefore the probability of drawing the two kings from the 52 card, that equal to 0.0045. Likewise you have to apply the what? That is a multiplication rule. Then the what? That is a again the same type of the problem is there. Then next is the what? The standard deviation. The standard deviation is a measure of deviation. It is defined as a square root of mean of the squares of deviation from the mean, and it is represented by the SD or sigma, and standard deviation is calculated by the formula, that is SD is equal to under root of summation of x minus x bar whole square divided by n, where xd is equal to the summation of d is equal to what? That is the standard deviation, or SD is equal to the standard deviation, x is equal to value of an observation, x bar is equal to mean, n is the number of atoms, and s is the sum. The merits of standard deviation, it is rigidly defined. All the values are considered for calculation. Squaring makes the negative sign into the plus signs, and it is less affected by sampling. It is used for further calculation. Then demerits, calculation is complex and it is affected by the value of each item. So this is regarding the what? The standard deviation. So what is the standard deviation? It is the square root of mean of the squares of deviation from the mean, and represented by sigma. Here the simple problem is given of the standard deviation, weight of fishes in grams, and you have to calculate the what? That is a standard deviation. This is the what we have made the what? That is a, first of all you have to calculate the mean. You have to sum it all and divide it by the number of atoms. The sum of these all these are 70 divided by the 10, that equal to the what? The x bar, or the summation of, or the mean of these equal to 7. Then next to that, find the deviation of each value from the mean. We have placed all the values, that is 8, 6, 7, 6 in this table. Summation of x is equal to 70, and here you have put the what? That is a x minus x bar. X minus x bar, that equal to 8 minus x bar is equal to 7. Therefore 8 minus 7 1. 6 minus 1 6 minus 7, that equal to minus 1. 7 into 7 0. Then 5 into 7 minus 2. Then 6 minus that is a 7, that equal to minus 1. Then say 10 minus 7 3. 8 minus 7 1. 6 minus 7 minus 1. 7 minus 7 0. 7 minus 7 0. Then what? You have to square it. 1 square 1, minus 1 square 1, 0 square 0, minus 2 square 4, minus 1 square 1, 3 square 9, 1 square 1, minus 1 square 1, 0 square 0, and 0 square, and you have to sum it all. That summation of x minus x bar whole square, that equal to 18. We need here the summation of x minus x bar square, that is the value is the 18. Here we have put the what? Standard deviation is equal to under root of what's x, summation of x minus x bar whole square, that equal to 18, divided by what is the number of items, that equal to 10. Therefore under root of 18 by 10, that equal to 1.8, and if you calculate the square root, that equal to 1.3 grams, and therefore standard deviation for this data is equal to 1.3 grams. In this way you have to calculate the what? That is the standard deviation for a given data, or for the given values. Then this is the what? Again second example, that is the calculate the standard deviation of fish, shows the what? That is the length of fishes, and here frequency is given, and therefore we have to multiply first of all length of fish and frequency, fx, that is a 5, then 6 into 12 likewise you have to calculate the fx, and for that purpose the formula is summation of f x minus x bar whole square divided by summation of x. Means you have to that divided by the what total number of frequency, that is the 20, and this value, it is the what x minus x and the what fx, that is, and this x minus x bar that we have to calculate, and that is the 46 divided by 20, that equal to under root of 23, and the value is the what 1.56. So this is the what the standard deviation. The next one is the standard error. What is the standard error? It is simply the what that is a error is equal to standard deviation divided by under root of n. The standard error is the difference between the means of population and its sample. Standard error is defined as a ratio of standard deviation of the sample divided by square root of total number of observation. That means standard error is equal to HD divided by under root of n, where HD is equal to standard deviation, n is equal to total number of observations. The standard error is abbreviated as a SE, and it is given in the same unit as the data. And what are uses of standard error? It helps to understand the difference between the two samples. It helps to calculate the size of the sample, and it helps to determine whether the sample is drawn from a known population or not. So this is regarding the what the standard error or use of the what the standard error. So this is the standard error. Simply you have to remember the what the definition and the formula for standard error. And if you know the standard deviation, then you can calculate the standard error easily. Why? It is nothing but a what ratio of the sample divided by the what the square root of the total number of observations. So this is regarding the what the probability, standard deviation and standard error. Thank you.